Hello, this is Patrick from XPression. I'd like to show you a new feature in XPression Maps 3.4 and higher, the ability to add title bar graphics to your XPression Maps templates. So here I am working in XPression Maps Designer, and my newsroom users have asked for the ability to put title bar graphics onto a map inside of the XPression Maps HTML5 client rather than going through and putting it through the XPression MOS workflow. Which is fine. Maybe they need this for use in a different location. Maybe they're not going to go through XPression, or maybe I'm just going to use this in the design department and I'm not going to have access to it. So first thing I'm going to do, I want this to be, if I drag this, or if the newsroom user drags the globe around, guess what? Everything moves. Remember the overlay function. If I turn on overlay, anything I put here doesn't move when the user drags it around the screen. So I'm going to take my title bar. I happen to have that bar here, so I'm going to drag it out onto my map scene. I'm going to grab the corner and scale it up a little bit. And I'm going to put it out here on my scene, and I kind of tuck it in here so you can see the edge of safe title. That's going to be great. Now, I want to make sure they can't move this around, so if I turn off location, rotation, and size, guess what? They can't do anything with it. They can't move it around the screen. Now I want to add some text out there for them. So I'm going to go and click on the new drawing tool, and I want to do text, so I'm going to click OK, and I want to choose the label content here. I want it to be white text. And I want this to be part of my station design. My station design uses Open Sans Extra Bold for the title bar on my map titles. I'm going to go ahead and choose transform. I'm going to change this to uppercase so that no matter what they type in, it's automatically uppercase. And I'm going to change the alignment to this to being left aligned. And vertically, I'm going to leave it centered. That's fine. So I'm going to click done. Now, I've left the name of it to be new text. We don't really care right now. That could have been more properly labeled, but it's fine. I'm going to take it, I'm going to drag it out onto my map scene. I'm going to right click once, come back to it so that I'm manipulating it and everything is fine. I've got that on my bar here. I'm going to make sure that I mark this to be aligned left. I don't want them to be able to move it, so I'm going to change the location, turning that off. Rotation gets turned off, size gets turned off. I'm going to change the name to title goes here. Great. Now, the other thing I want to do, they want a subtitle bar. And the way the subtitle bar for my newsroom system works, it's black text on a white box. So I'm going to go ahead and create new text. So I'm going to say new drawing. It's text. And this is already a label. I just need to change the font. Our font for that is Open Sans Bold. So I've got that. It should be staying in black. The transform I'm going to leave alone because they can't do upper lower. I'm going to go ahead and make it left justified. I also want to put it on a background. And the background color that we use is white. And it also has an outline color, which is a black box. So I'm going to choose black here, and I'm going to turn it away from pixels. I'm going to turn it to a percentage, just move that up a little bit. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to general, and I'm going to change the Y offset slightly. That'll give a little more breathing room around the text. Click done. Now, I've left it also called new text. It's not that big a deal. I probably could be a little cleaner about it, but I'm going to take the text object that I've created. I'm going to drag it out onto my scene here. I'm going to right click once so that I'm not going to be creating a new one, and I'm going to tuck it in here just a little bit, and I want this to be behind that title bar. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on the send to back icon on my menu bar. I'm going to change this title name here to subtitle. I'm going to turn off the location, rotation, and size controls. I'm going to make sure that it is left aligned. And again, since this is sitting on the overlay, there's not a lot of things I need to worry about as far as changing whether the effect dissolves in or not, because it isn't really going to go anywhere. There's no zoom that gets applied to the overlay layer. I'm going to turn off my overlay layer. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put this into my maps template. So I'm going to do output, manage templates. I'm just going to click add actual, and I'm going to call it title bar maps. I'm going to click update because as it updates, the information will show up in the newsroom. Now I want to go to my HTML5 client, so I'm going to launch that. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to log in, and when I do, you'll see my available templates, and there's my title bar maps. And what you notice, if I click on the title and I have the edit button open, I can change and put my information in. Perfect. And you can see the title goes right just the same way that I saw it. Now I do want to warn you, there are no handles for changing the number of characters or anything to scale or squeeze it. So you're going to have some dependencies in your newsroom or your artist who's using this template to use it properly, to pay attention to it. Again, I can choose the subtitle and I can put in new text, and I happen to type in uppercase. If I was to type this in upper lower, first off, you notice if I take it all away, it goes away, but subtitle goes here. I get what I type. Alright, now you'll notice the newsroom user can still create their content, so I'm going to do scene. I say this is my starting location. I'm going to go search. I happen to have Kansas in here from my last search. It'll search for it. I'm going to double click it, put it in. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit so I can see the state, and I'm going to go ahead and add a shape style to it. It's a state, so it's taking the default state shape style. You can see that it puts it in. My titles haven't moved. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to mark it. I'm going to preview it. And you can see that it's going to give me a quick preview rendering, which you'll notice when you see the preview render finally play back, my titles are going to stay in place. My subtitle is going to stay in place. My map is going to do all the animation that it's supposed to do, all with zooms and everything else. So this is how you go ahead and you can put title bars and title graphics in subtitles and other text using the overlay onto your XPression Maps templates and make them self-contained.